Did you know that gratitude can make a huge impact on your business? Learn how cultivating a grateful mindset can attract abundance, success, and fulfillment in your business and life. Stay tuned. I am Gloria Grace Rand, founder of The Love Method and author of the #1 Amazon bestseller, Live, Love, Engage: How to Stop Doubting Yourself and Start Being Yourself. In this podcast, we share practical advice from a spiritual perspective on how to live fully, love deeply, and engage authentically, so you can create a life and business with more impact, influence, and income. Welcome to Live, Love, Engage. Namaste. Do you want to change how you think about your small business so you can be more successful and make more money? Make more money. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want to do for business owners, right? Of course, it's natural. Well, stick around because you're going to learn how gratitude can actually transform your business and your life for the better. I am Gloria Grace, and I help female entrepreneurs release negative thought patterns like self-doubt so you can grow a business that aligns with your soul's purpose. And I love this topic today because gratitude has been, it's one of my favorite topics, let's put it that way, number one. And it's a really, truly powerful way to make a positive difference in your life. I know it has for me. In my daily outlook, it is a wonderful way to raise your vibration. And I know we all have those days where, something happens. Maybe we're in a good mood. Maybe something happens out of that good mood. And one of the ways that I've found to be able to change my state and get out of that funk is to make a list of things that I'm grateful for, whether it's a mental list to just start thinking about them or actually physically write them down, but to really, count your blessings. There's a reason why, someone came up with that phrase to count our blessings. In fact, there's a whole, I know. I'm thinking of, there was a song in the movie White Christmas or Holiday Inn or something, one of those that Bing Crosby sings about if you can't go to sleep, count your blessings. And it really does make a difference. Having that attitude of gratitude is so good, not only for your disposition, but it actually has concrete benefits for your physical self, for your body, your mental state. It can, studies have shown that feeling thankful, feeling gratitude can improve your sleep, your mood, even your immunity. How about that? So it can decrease depression, anxiety, and difficulties with chronic pain and the risk of disease. And if you're a solo business owner like I am, then you know that your business really does depend on you being healthy. So one of the best ways that you can do that, one of the ways that you can stay healthy, it's pretty cheap and easy. And I'm all about that, having, inexpensive ways. I mean, how hard is it to just stop and think about things that you're grateful for? You could start with being grateful for your business. Number one, the fact that you decided to do this and that you're providing some sort of product or service that the world can benefit from. I mean, that's something huge to be grateful for right there. And the fact that you are doing this, you can be grateful for yourself doing that. But also being grateful, as I said, it has these has this effect on, certainly can affect your mood, but it can also help your physiology. And it changes your biology. Expressing and showing gratitude even to other people It benefits you because it releases oxytocin, which is that wonderful hormone that connects people. Some call it the love hormone. And they've actually done brain imaging studies that have also verified that your brain, there are different parts of your brain or that lights up when we're feeling grateful. And when we're expressing gratitude, it also benefits the other person. If we're, expressing gratitude for someone else, because they're going to benefit from it. I'm not sure I said that correctly. So maybe I can rewind. Let's start again. So when you can express gratitude to someone, then that's going to benefit them. Again, it's going to help them with all these benefits that I talked about, helping them to be to feel better about themselves. And let's face it, who doesn't like having being appreciated? Just it, and that benefits, that shows up in our business. So when we can share, be grateful for other people, be grateful for our clients, be grateful for our customers, be grateful for, um, you know, everyone that we work with, our team members, then it really can make you healthier and happier. And especially if you do have employees, whether they're on a part-time basis or you've got full-time basis, they really, and you can think about this, this makes perfect sense, right? They're going to do their best work if they feel appreciated. I know I've experienced that back before I had my own business. When I was an employee, I used to work in public television, and I certainly liked being appreciated. I liked getting, those annual reviews when people would, your supervisor would let you know certainly some areas where things need to be improved upon, but then they would also compliment you on the things that you are doing well, and that makes you feel good. And I was doing some research for this episode today, and found that there's an article on Forbes magazine, and they quoted a bunch of different CEOs, and one of them, his name is 𝘀𝗲𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗍. He's the CEO of 𝘲𝗲𝗲𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗍. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, but he said that giving back to your team builds long-term loyalty, and showing them they're appreciated makes them brand ambassadors with a passion for the company. And this inevitably leads to happy customers and overall business growth. Uh, when your staff is happy and they feel appreciated, then naturally they're going to want to do a good job. Over the last couple of weeks, I was watching some old episodes of Kitchen Nightmares with Gordon Ramsay, the chef, and it was amazing. I mean, it's no wonder that some of these restaurants were failing, because the people who are running the restaurant were just treating their employees so badly. And so then that spills over to the customers. And so it starts from the top. If you're a CEO, you've got to set the example. And of course, you want to be able to, let people know through constructive criticism if there's areas needing to be improvement, but don't be shy about handing out praise. It is so important. Also in this article, they quoted another woman, another CEO. Her name is 𝘲𝗲𝗲𝗍𝗲 𝗀𝗍𝗃, and she's the CEO of LG Consulting and Training, and she's a sole proprietor. And she said that she partners with subcontractors, so like graphic designers and printers and proofreaders. And after every job, she sends them an email letting them know what a great job they did and thanking them for the timely response to her order. And she also sends them referrals, gives shout outs on social media, and publicly acknowledges them when appropriate. And I've done the same thing too. I know when I've had like headshots done in the past, I've bragged about it on social media and let people know that Deb Walker was the person who did my headshots in the past, and she does a great job. And I've also done that for other people. It is, again, it's just so great to I think it makes you feel good to acknowledge someone, and certainly the person who is the recipient of that acknowledgement is gonna feel good about themselves as well. And if we took more time to do this in, not only in our businesses, but in our daily lives, to really be thoughtful and considerate and kind and express gratitude for the people that we work with, for the people who do supply us with things that we need, it makes such a huge difference. And in my book, Live, Love, Engage, I included a section near the end of the book on gratitude. Because is a part of the love method that I write about in the book, the E in love stands for embrace your divinity, and it also could stand for express gratitude, because uh, that also they kind of go together really nicely, So as I think I mentioned earlier, be grateful, frankly, that you're alive. I know things going on in the world can seem chaotic, but I feel extremely blessed, and I'm so grateful to be alive right now at this particular point in time. We have such wonderful things about, technology that allows me to do this podcast. I'm able to share it in multiple places. I share it on social media. I post the video on YouTube. The audio goes out to all of these different podcast platforms. And and that's an amazing thing. So I am so grateful for that. And I also want to encourage you to express appreciation for yourself. Compliment yourself. In fact, I actually saw someone had a post on LinkedIn the other day about this, about celebrating even the small moments that happen in your life, that happen in your business. Give yourself some positive reinforcement for that. And as an example, I write down before I go to bed every night. Before I go to bed every night, I will write down. I've got a journal, a gratitude journal, and I write down several things that I'm grateful for that happened to me during the day. So yesterday, I remember one of the things I wrote last night was, I'm grateful that I published a carousel on LinkedIn. Now you're probably thinking, well, that seems kind of trivial, right? Well, here's the thing. I hadn't done one of those in quite a while. It's probably been about a few months, frankly, I think, since the last time I did one of those. So I wanted to give myself some acknowledgement and some positive reinforcement that I did that. I did that because it was important for my business to be able to do that. So take the time, think about the things you do during the day and celebrate them. Express gratitude to yourself and say, "Hey, good job. You did that thing today. Good for you." We all need to give ourselves a pat on the back once in a while. I think it's important. And I also believe that the more gratitude that you express in life, the more things you have to be grateful for. It's this lovely, lovely little there's I don't know, law of reciprocation. No, that's probably not the right thing, but I think it's an interesting thing, and it makes sense if you think about it. Because let's look at the opposite of it. If you focus only on the negative that's going on in your life and all the problems in the world, or all the problems in your life and all the problems with your family or whatnot, then that's really all you're going to see. And God rest her soul, my wonderful mother, she did so many wonderful things in this world, and she was really great. And she also had a habit of finding fault with a lot of things. And and I think that just became this negative habit of hers, that then it was no surprise when more things would happen that she would see would be negative. So I try to be more of the glass half full type of person and look for more of the positive. And and then it can help even when, things happen, when inevitable disappointments come your way. If you can still look for something to be grateful about it, say, kind of flip it and say, It's disappointing that this happened, but what can I learn from it? And see if you can be grateful for whatever lessons it has to offer you. And and that will help you again to get back into the groove, into a positive high vibe groove so that again, the more you're grateful for, then you're going to just start having an abundance of things to be grateful about. And that's a pretty good way to be. I don't know about you, but I certainly think that's a good way to be. And that spills over, certainly that happens in your life, but it also happens in your business too. So to be grateful for every time you get an email from a client or anytime you have someone reaching out to you for help, just be so grateful for those opportunities. Be grateful for opportunities that come your way. Maybe you like to do speaking and someone offers you an opportunity to speak at a summit or something like that. Be so grateful for that because again, as the more often that you're able to keep that positive attitude, keep that attitude of gratitude, I'm telling you, you're just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. So be grateful for your clients, show them how much you appreciate them because they're also going to then turn into raving fans for your business and they'll refer you to other people. And that's another win-win right there. So let's do something. I'm right now, this as I'm recording this, I'm taking part in a 30-day heart coherence challenge. And it's I don't know if you're familiar at all with there's a Heart Math Institute, which has done, again, a lot of research into how being grateful, being compassionate, and being joyful, how that impacts not only us, but it also impacts the wider world. I mean, they've done studies and looking at that because remember, we are all energy beings. We really are. And so what we say and do affects everybody else. And so again, this is why it's so important to have this attitude of gratitude, because that's what, if you're putting that out into the world, that's a pretty good virus to spread, as opposed to other kinds. Let's spread a gratitude virus out in the world, a kindness one. So let's take a moment right now and practice an attitude of gratitude. And just, especially if you're somewhere, hopefully, where you're not driving. So if you are driving, come back and listen to this a little bit later. But if you're somewhere where you can just, pause for a moment, maybe just close your eyes if you need to, but maybe put your hand on your heart and just focus in on that and pay attention to your breathing. And then think of someone or something that you're grateful for right now, and just really concentrate on that for a moment and just let that attitude of gratitude just fill your whole body from your head down to your toes. And I can think of my kids. They certainly give me an attitude of gratitude. I'm so grateful for both of them, and that's something that's very easily that I can think of. But whoever it is, maybe you have a pet, think of your pet. And just be grateful for that. Yeah. And while we're in this gratitude mode, this is a perfect time where I would love to be able to share my gratitude for you for listening and being on this podcast and share some light language with you. And so these are channeled messages that I share. It's a message for your heart. Don't worry if your head doesn't understand it. It doesn't matter. But I would love to be able to share that with you right now. So just again, if you can just close your eyes and let the sounds wash over you and set an intention perhaps today that you intend to spend more time thinking about things to be grateful for and to let that come through. All right. And I'm going to set that intention that whatever comes through today from the higher realms will will benefit you today and help you have that attitude of gratitude. 𝘀𝗫𝗄𝗵𝗁𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗄𝗃 𝘀𝗫𝗄𝗵𝗁𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗄𝗃 So just a little taste of light language today. And if you would like to experience this a little bit more, you can. I offer a free 15-minute light language session, so we can really concentrate more on what you're up to and where you need some support. You can do that if you go to bit.ly/L_T trial. So it's LL trial. I'll have it in the show notes as well. But yeah, I'd love to be able to share that with you. And of course, you can always just go ahead and book a session on my website if you want to do a full half an hour one. I do offer those as well, of course. So yeah, so let's just spend more time living into this attitude of gratitude, because it's really going to help your business. It's going to help your life, help you in your relationships with everyone, family members, friends, clients, employees. And I just want to say I am so grateful that you were here today and paying attention to this and doing that. I'm grateful for those watching on give Miriam a shout out. She's been watching on Facebook today and commenting. So thank you so much for that. I'm grateful to you, Miriam. And in fact, she says, yeah, she does a gratitude journal every morning. So yeah, absolutely. I love that you do that, Miriam. That's so cool. And if I could, let me see, maybe I can figure out. Oh, there we go. Yes. Look at me. I'm getting I'm getting good about being able to handle technology. I'm so grateful that I learned how to handle technology today and can put her comment up on the screen. I haven't done that before, so yay. Good for me. So as I said, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. If this is your first time listening and you enjoy the podcast, be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform, whether that's Apple, Spotify, Podchaser, whatever, or of course our YouTube channel. You can do that as well. And you can do that at Gloria Grace Rand, and you'll find the podcast there. And I hope you'll do that, because you're definitely going to want to be here next week, because we're going to be talking about forgiveness with 3-time award-winning best-selling author, speaker, trainer, and advisor, Catherine Giovanni. And she has a new book out called The Ultimate Path to Forgiveness, Unlocking Your Power. So you don't want to miss that. So again, thank you again for being here. And until next time, I encourage you to go out and live fully, love deeply, and engage authentically.